right now. We have Brendon Marotte, 5-1, Pro Featherweight, fighting next Friday night. Combat Zone in Manchester, New Hampshire. Basically where this kid got his start as an amateur MMA fighter. Now he's back there again, fighting another New England beast. Brendon, how you doing, buddy?
Hey man, doing good. Thanks for having me on. But yeah, doing good. Everything's going well. Just wrapping this camp up and stuff.
Excellent. Before we start talking about fighting, wrapping the camp up, wrapping summer up, kind of, we're getting there. Maybe about 3 more weeks. How's your summer been? Doing anything interesting this summer?
Yeah, it's been good. Really, just been dedicated to just training, getting better. That's one of the many sacrifices of a fighter, man. We don't get to have too much fun, but I definitely went out, had a little bit of fun, but really just focusing on the summer,
Excellent.
On training for the summer.
Yeah. Well, nice training for the summer. You can run outside, you can do all that good stuff, and get a little extra work in getting ready for this camp. Let's talk a little bit about this camp. Brendon, you're coming off your first loss for Combat Zone a few months ago, getting right back on the horse. This time you're fighting another New England dude who's been basically asking for this fight from you. You want to talk a little bit about that and how this fight came about?
Yeah, there was something going on. This kid likes to talk crap, throw my name in the mix here and there, where I couldn't tell you where that stuff came from. Maybe he wants some, I don't know, I was coming up rising quick. Maybe he wanted to grab something off my name. I don't know. But we got a call from my manager, got a call from the matchmakers, and, he asked me personally. So, absolutely, I'll take the fight 100%. And why he said I never did in the past, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the cause of that one. But we took the fight, and it's going to make him regret that decision,
Excellent. Well, Combat Zone is really hyping this fight up, as they should be. Huge matchup. Like you said, there was some chatter online. He wanted this fight. He wants this fight, and he's coming into basically your home, Brendon. How you feeling about, having this guy that's been talking about wanting to fight you, and you kind of ducking him a little bit, I heard, what's he saying? How you feeling about being able to, fight him in your own backyard?
Yeah, definitely. Out of all the cages I've fought in, Combat Zone is definitely my home. It's where I'm most comfortable. That's my cage. I don't know. He's coming from Connecticut, I think, so it's going to be a sad, long ride home back for him, because that's my place, that's my cage. You're in my territory. It's where I'm most comfortable. So it'll definitely be a good night. But as far as, like I said, him with calling out, I don't know where the hell he's coming from. I'm not scared of it. It never has. That never will be.
Excellent. Well, who we're talking to is Zebian. 2-1. Got a couple of finishes. Fought for Bellator. Lost a close decision to Matt Probin there. But the 2 wins he has is he's fought against the same guy. He's finished the same guy. So he's only really had one test in his pro career right now. He's had plenty of amateur fights. I think at least 10 amateur fights. So he's been around.
He's got a pretty lengthy amateur career. So I'm not down with him experience-wise, but opponent-wise, he's definitely taken a step up in competition. So.
Well, talking about coming off that last fight you had, you fought a dude that, basically just wanted to grind on the ground, really control the fight there. And most of your previous fights, Brendon, you've been taking him out, ground and pound TKOs. I think you only have one decision, the rest are finishes. So this was a little different. What did you take out of that fight that's leading into this fight?
Yeah, what did I do from that fight? The 2 big losses I've taken were both from wrestlers, and I should have learned that, hey, I got to step up the wrestling game. But this last one definitely drilled it into my head where, I'm telling you, it will not happen again. I'm really feeling my wrestling. I'm working on stuff. We've been doing some work with Matt Smith. He's the owner. He's following that guy's phenomenal. Just simple little things that can really improve the game. I'll be damned if another guy is going to come in there and try and lay and prey on me. It's not going to happen no more. I've really made some, like I said, I've been working this summer. I've made some big changes in it. So, and I know that's what Ali's going to do. If he wants to stand, that's bad for him, good for me. Once he feels my hands, I feel like he's just going to shoot. And, he's going to realize that it ain't going to work good for him there either.
I'm sure, the crowd's really not going to go get in his head much, but it's definitely going to get in you. I know you're going to really be, taking that positivity into there with you. You talk about, not getting into, you only lost twice against wrestlers. And we know what he's going to do in there. You got a big-time wrestler, big-time dude there that also helps you in your camp in Dylan Lockhart. Congratulations with him. He's made the Contender Series. How much has he been helping you through this camp, because he's basically getting ready for a fight himself?
Yeah, I mean, hey, congratulations. Dylan's one of my main training partners on the Contender Series. He's going to go in there and show the world what he's really capable of. But as far as wrestling, he's helped me a lot. All of our sparring lately, he's shooting on me, which is, it's good because it betters his game, and it's going to better my game. And like I said, he's a phenomenal wrestler. So if I can even stop a few of his shots, I can stop a lot of guys' shots then. But as far as the wrestling comes, he's definitely a huge help in it. Absolutely.
Excellent. Well, Combat Zone just brought out, sent out the poster a day or two ago. New England was like really, really happy about this. I mean, social media, when he was talking about social media, people pay attention. So they're waiting, they're waiting for this fight, and it's a big New England matchup. What are you expecting, and what do you want to do in there after, coming off that last fight? What won't you settle with in that cage?
What I won't leave in that cage?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, what will make you happy with your performance? What do you need to do in there to really make you happy in this performance coming up?
Yeah, every fight I like to finish the fight, and I'm always happy getting to finish. Like I said, this kid's calling me out. He wants to talk some trash. I'll be happy with nothing less than putting this guy to sleep. Not moving, counting sheep sleeping on the canvas. So, and another additive to working on my wrestling, I've been working with a boxing coach as well. So definitely my hand speed and power is definitely, it really is on another level. So like I said, once he feels my hands, he's not going to want to stand. And he's going to try to shoot, realize he's got no choice but to stand.
Excellent.
So I'll be happy when this guy's snoozing on the canvas.
Excellent. Well, you have, and you've said that, and you put out a post. You're very, very motivated for this. It's a big fight for you, fighting in your home turf, and getting back in that win column. As far as you have training partners that are on the card, how does that feel? Jeff Silver's going to be on the card with you. I'm not sure if there's any other training partners going to be making an appearance, but.
Yeah, our teammate Kyle Adams, he's fighting kickboxing.
Excellent. So you got a lot of training partners going to be hanging with you. How does does that benefit you, or do you not? I mean, does it interrupt your what you're going in there to try to do to have other training partners?
I love it. Me and my teammates, we've been all the same card, or even Dylan, he's been a part of this training camp because he fights 4 days later.
Yeah.
So I think it's better, because we're all motivated, we're all in there, and we're all motivated as fighters to get in there and train hard. But when everyone has a fight booked, maybe a week, 2 away, we're all just feeding off of each other, So it's definitely a benefit. It really is.
Excellent. Is Dylan going to be in your corner, or is he going to be, deep into training, can't really help you out there?
He'll be there. He won't be in my corner, but he'll be there. And then I think the next day he hops on a plane straight to Vegas.
Excellent. Well, you've been seeing
he'll be there. He's always in my back room and everything. He's always there.
Well, you've been seeing a lot of them fighters that you've been cross training with, jumping on planes and heading to Vegas. You got Savage Perrin, one of your training partners there at City Odd Tong, that you really put a lot of work in. Did you give him a lot of work leading up to his appearance on the Contender Series?
I only went down there a few times. It was just kind of when he was really putting it on, I was just coming off my last fight and kind of just settling it down a little bit. So I ended up getting a few good sessions in down there with him. Excellent.
So, big question here. As far as this fight, you get your hand raised in there. Where do you think that puts you back in the featherweight division in New England, and kind of the eyes on next year's contender and all that good stuff happening in 2019?
Yeah. Right now, I think I'm ranked number 13 in England. A win is definitely going to boost me better in the ranks. But as far as what's going on after this fight, I think I'm only a fight, maybe 2 away from proving that I belong in the UFC, and that's definitely where I'm headed. and that get people that say otherwise. Look at my fights and everything. The only way you could beat me is laying prey.
Yeah.
You do more damage to me, and you just gotta pretty much wet blanket yourself on top of me. Like I said, I took those problems, I adjusted them. So after this fight, people are gonna realize, my skill level is definitely. I'm gonna be in the UFC scene, absolutely.
Excellent. Well, you're only 22 years old. I mean, you're still new in this whole game. You got a long career ahead of you. As far as being a young pro, anything you've changed in your training, anything you've added, anything as far as nutrition, because you guys are always adding stuff to your game, and you're under Top Game Management. Tyson takes care of a lot of stuff for you on the outside as far as social media. And I'm sure he gives you insight on nutrition, cutting weight, and all that other stuff. Is anything new you've been adding to your game?
Yeah, so my nutrition, as far as I've had a nutritionist a few times, so I can really handle the nutrition myself. And then I know decent about it. My fiance, she has a healthy place in Plastow, so she's very good with nutrition and everything. But as far as the past, probably lately, probably 6 months and everything, the difference with training is I've always taken it seriously, but it's more of more of a job mindset. You know what I mean? I'm looking at things. I need to do it. Doesn't matter if I'm tired. No excuses are acceptable anymore. I got to get up. I got to do it. And I'm working just straight certain things, and just trying to be the best well-rounded fighter I can be.
Excellent. Well, you guys are always evolving, Brendon. Talking to fighters, if you really want to get ahead in this game and stay at the top, you have to put in many, many hours, and people don't realize full-time jobs, family, and then fighting on the side and trying to keep it all together mentally. It's a big, big task for a 22-year-old, I don't want to say kid, but you are the kid. Man, how do you handle it all? Who helps you out with that emotional game? I know you got a big family and all that other stuff, but who really helps you, and who is your go-to as far as, settling your mind down and helping you that way?
Right, yeah, like I said, I got a big family and everything, and but really as far as keeping me on track, it's my family, it's my fiance, it's my coaches. If anything's messed up in my head or whatever, I'm going through a rough time, I can always talk to them. My mother, my fiance, my coaches. People that are older, wiser, they've been through things in life, and they can really get you back on track.
Excellent, my man. Well, I'm excited for you, kid. I mean, you're back. You're fighting in your home turf. You got a bunch of training partners with you. Eyes are going to be on that show because we have Calvin Cater that family owns the show. Of course, he'll be there. I'm sure he'll be doing his thing there. So there will be eyes there. And I love seeing you back. I love you taking a fight against a dude in New England, especially someone who's been talking and wants this fight. So it makes it even more exciting for New England fans to see, a rivalry kind of starting here, man.
It definitely does. Whether people flying opponents or whatever, those fights are always exciting. But I always feel like when it's New England guy going against New England guy, it just kind of gives it a little bit of extra excitement. You throw a little bit of trash talk behind it, and you got a good fight.
Excellent, my man. Well, before I let you go, Brendon, shout-outs, how we get in touch with you, social media. I know you're still selling tickets, all that good stuff. You still got a week to go before weigh-in, so people can check you out all over the place.
Yeah, just on Facebook, Brendon Marotte. You can message me for tickets. I do Venmo as well. Get tickets there. Instagram is just Brendon Marotte, no spaces. To a huge shout out to family, loved ones, our Lord and Savior, and my sponsors, Fuji. Those guys get the best gear around, honestly, quality gear, and CBD Mega Warehouse. They have the largest selection of CBD products. Got a promo code in the bio of my Instagram. Get 10% off your purchase.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad to see you doing great things, Brendon. Your girlfriend's doing great with the nutrition side there with the store and all that other good stuff. So you got people taking care of you, and you're taking care of yourself. So Brendon Marotte, the kid, 5-1, Pro Featherweight, fighting at Combat Zone 71 next Friday night, Manchester, New Hampshire, his backyard. The kid is back, folks. Check him out.